On September 14, 2024, Sergeant Joseph Barnicle with the Shrewsbury Police Department observed a 2008 Dodge being driven without headlights while headed southbound on Broad Street. He initiated a traffic stop, and the driver stopped on Broad Street in the vicinity of Ober Place. He initiated contact with the driver, and she was identified as 22-year-old Carly.
Hello, Shrewsbury Police. Just have your license, registration, insurance going on here? Then just a few quick things I gotta tell you. One, I'm wearing a body cam, so I tell everybody. And number two, you know why I stopped you? Do you know why I stopped you?
Yeah.
You?
Actually, I don't know why.
You have no headlights on. And then you should be a license on you too. There we go.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Perfect. How's your driving record?
Good. Never been pulled over.
Gotcha. Okay, just give me a second. I'll be right back.
As Sergeant Barnicle was speaking with Carly, he detected the odor of alcohol and noticed other indicators of impairment. Carly provided the officer with her documentation, and Sergeant Barnicle radioed for Patrolman Bowler to arrive on scene and assist. Based on his suspicion of impairment, Carly was asked to exit the vehicle and perform field sobriety exercises.
Perhaps your last name is it Huffnagel? Is that how you pronounce it? Just do me a favor, step out of the car for me. You just want to make sure you're okay to drive.
Of course.
Hold on one second, wait. That's perfect. All right, you can get it. I just didn't want to cord it. Thank you. And then just go up to the sidewalk over there. Just keep your hands in your pockets for me. Up on the sidewalk, please. Yep, there you go. And then just see where my light is?
Yeah.
Right back there. Perfect. And then face. Perfect. There we go. Hands in your pocket for me. At your sides. All right. Should do a few quick tests. If there's anything that you don't understand, sometimes I talk a little fast, just tell me to repeat myself, I will. Alright? So first things first, what I want you to do is get your feet together, your hands at your side for me like you have. Good. See this pen?
Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few passes across your face, okay? I just want you to follow this pen with your eyes and your eyes only. You understand everything I told you so far? Like I said, just follow the pen. Try not to move your head, alright? Don't move your head. Just your eyes. There you go. All the way. Perfect. Don't move your head. There. Keep it like you're looking straight at me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. Like you're looking straight at me. Okay. Just your eyes. It's alright. So just keep following the pen. A few more, alright? You're doing a good job. Okay, now I'm just going to go up this time, alright? Same thing. Keep your head where it is. Just your eyes only. Good. Alright, next one. What I want you to do, same thing. No, stay where you are.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to explain it to you, alright? Just, when I explain it to you, just follow the directions, alright? I'm going to tell you when to start the test, when to walk or whatnot, so just follow my directions, alright? What I want you to do first, put your left foot on the ground, and then put your right foot in front of your left heel to toe like I'm standing. So you can do that for me now. Perfect, heel to toe, perfect. Now stay like that the whole time until I tell you to start, okay? When I tell you to start, what I want you to do is take 9 heel to toe steps in a straight line. I'm going to demonstrate it for you, okay? So just watch what I do, demonstrate it, then you're going to do it, alright? So when I tell you to start, you're going to do 9 heel to toe steps in a straight line like so. Okay, each step out loud. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3 to show you. You're going to do 9, right?
9.
Yep. Once you get to 9, leave from the ground. Series of small steps to turn back around. 9 steps back. Same thing. Counting each step out loud. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 9. Right. So it's 9 steps down, heel to toe. Counting each step out loud. Turn back around. Same thing. 9 steps back, heel to toe. Counting each step out loud. You understand everything I told you?
Yes.
Okay. You can start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yep. And then 9 back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Good. Last one. All right, what I need you to do, like the first starting position we did, feet together, hands at your side. All right, when I tell you to, same thing, I'm going to give you directions. Don't start until I tell you to. You're going to pick a leg of your choosing. I don't care which one, but I'm just going to do it with my right, all right? So when I tell you to, pick a leg of your choosing. You lift it 6 inches off the ground like so. You're going to count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003. You're going to keep going until I tell you to stop. You understand?
All right,
the whole time you're doing the test, keep your hands at your side. And I want you to look at your raised foot. Hold on 1 second. All right, you can begin.
Sergeant Barnicle started with the horizontal gaze nystagmus test. During the HGN test, Sergeant Barnicle observed the lack of smooth pursuit, distinct and sustained nystagmus at maximum deviation, and the onset of nystagmus prior to 45 degrees. The second exercise was the walk and turn test. During the walk and turn test, Carly failed to touch heel to toe on each step and turned improperly. The final exercise was the one-leg stand test. During the one-leg stand test, Carly failed to raise her foot in the proper fashion and put her foot down before the test was complete.
1001, 1002.
Keep your hands at your side, too.
3, 8, but, oh.
It's okay. Let me do it again. Sorry. My fault. Feet together, hands at your side, right? When I tell you to start, lift whichever leg you want, 6 inches off the ground, count out loud, 1001, 1002. If you do put your foot down at any time, just pick it back up for me, all right? The whole time you're doing it, look at your raised foot and keep your hands at your side.
All right.
You understand everything I told you?
Yes.
All right, you can begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Sorry.
It's okay.
1001, 1002. Sorry.
It's all right.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008.
Cool.
I'm not very well.
That's right. Hey, just do me a favor, just turn around for me.
Yeah.
You're under arrest for DWI. Do you have anything on you? In your pockets or anything like that?
No.
All right, you have a wallet and your phone in the car? What's in the car? Because what we're going to do, we're going to bring you in, right? You're under, like I said, you're under arrest for DWI. We're going to bring you inside. We just need a phone if you have it on you in your wallet, because you're going to get released to. We're going to call someone for you. You're going to come this way with me. I'll talk to your friends once you're in the car.
I don't have my phone. I don't have my wallet.
Okay, all right, that's fine. We'll bring your friends inside with us then too. They're not in trouble. Hey, right here. Hold on 1 second. You can hop in the car for me.
Could you say to my friends
Yeah,
call Ashley?
Call Ashley? Okay, that's fine. Yep. They might be coming inside too. Like I said, they're not in trouble or anything. Okay. And while we're going in and we're inside, I'll explain everything to you. All right.
Based on the odor of alcohol and her inability to satisfactorily complete the field sobriety exercises, Sergeant Barnicle placed Carly under arrest for driving under the influence. After she was placed under arrest, her vehicle was impounded for a mandatory 12-hour hold under John's Law. Sergeant Barnicle transported Carly to the Shrewsbury Police Department for further processing.
Hey, look, your friend's under arrest for DWI. She said to call Ashley.
Her sister?
I don't know. She said tell my friends to call her. Oh, you got it? Okay. All right. Look. So here's the thing. You guys aren't in any trouble. All right. What I do ask for both of you to do, though, if you can step out of the car from me, so you're not in trouble or anything.
Yeah, of course.
So what's gonna end up happening is her car's. I'll wait for both of you to get out. Does she have a phone in the car by any chance that you know of?
We just had it. I have it now.
Perfect. Okay, just hold on to it for me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
No problem.
And is that her purse?
Yes.
If you can grab it for me, please. All right, look, just real quick, I'm just gonna explain it to you guys. Her car gets impounded. Okay, so we're gonna have a tow truck come.
Okay.
You two are free to go. If you
get a ride?
Well, what we can do for you, I don't want to leave you on the side of the road.
No.
If you want to come when Officer Bowler here is going to wait for the tow truck, if you guys need a ride, we can bring you back to our police department. You guys can get a ride from there, just so you're not standing on the side of Route 35. That's what I was going to say. The only thing is I just got to look in the car real quick for a few things.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and then like I said,
Where's Carly going?
to Shrewsbury Police Department. We're right on the street there.
Okay.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go there.
That's fine. Yeah, you're just going to have to wait until the tow truck comes. All right.
No, I think we're good.
Is this her wallet?
Just ask her friend.
Yes.
Is this her wallet?
2535, do you want your record?
Alright. Well, I just want to see if she,
Yeah, please.
did you already get her DL and everything?
I have her DL, her insurance, and her registration.
Okay. If that's her wallet.
And then I'll take her phone because we're gonna let her call whoever she needs to call.
Yeah.
You already called her sister or whoever Ashley is.
I don't have her number.
Okay. Well, I'll let her use her phone. That's not the end of the world. All right. And then you have her purse, and you're gonna come inside.
I have everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. All right. Yeah. Just hang tight, and then we'll let you know. All right. So look, I have your phone here. I'm gonna put it on the front seat on the floor. It's gonna come inside with us when it can. All right. And then the other thing is too, they're gonna come inside and wait for you. All right. So just so you know that. And then your car gets towed. So we gotta wait for a tow truck. And then if you go around back, we're going to go to the door over there. This way, not over here. Yep, we're right over there. And then after you, then make a right. And then you'll see a bench right there on the right. Just stand by the bench for me. Right there. Just stand right there for me. Just do me a favor. Just stand up for me. And I'm just going to uncuff you. All right? Do you have anything in your pockets or anything like that?
No.
All right. Just do me a favor. Just turn them inside out for me, if you can. Right. I'm gonna read some paperwork. All right. Just turn your pockets inside out, if you can. Yeah, like reach in and pull them out. Perfect. The other one too. Thank you. All right. You can sit. I can see you're fine.
All right.
Just sit down for me, all right? Then I'm just gonna. I have to cut. No, just one on. All right. While you're back here, I gotta keep you. I'll just read a few things to you real quick, and then I'll.
So my friends is with.
They're gonna be on the other side of the wall, pretty much. Like they'll. So what happens here? I'll tell you real quick. When we're done. It's New Jersey. This isn't a criminal offense; it's a traffic ticket. Yeah. So you get released to somebody else, right? So as long as a person who's sober can come pick you up, we can release you to them. All right. We're gonna be here for 20 to 30 minutes. All right.
At the Shrewsbury Police Department, Carly was read the standard statement for motor vehicle operators, and she agreed to submit breath samples. Her alco-test results indicate a BAC level of 0.25%, which was more than triple the legal limit of 0.08%. When the officers were finished with processing her, Carly was released to a sober adult after he signed the potential liability warning form on Carly's behalf. Carly was issued the following traffic citations: operating under the influence, reckless driving, careless driving, traffic on marked lanes, and failure to use lighted lamps.